In the heart of the Sunshine State, where vibrant towns meet pristine beaches and lush tropical landscapes, lies a unique and often overlooked legal tool that can change the way you think about property ownership: the Florida Land Trust. While Florida's real estate market has always been a hot spot for investors and vacationers alike, the intricacies of property ownership can sometimes be complex. This is where the Florida Land Trust comes into play, offering a versatile and powerful solution that combines the benefits of property ownership, privacy, and estate planning. Whether you're a seasoned real estate investor looking for innovative strategies to protect your assets, or a homeowner seeking to maintain your privacy and streamline the transfer of your property to loved ones, the Florida Land Trust could hold the key, no pun intended. So if you're curious about how to leverage this little-known legal entity to your advantage, this blog will provide a brief overview of the Florida Land Trust. A Florida Land Trust, often referred to simply as Land Trust. It's a legal arrangement used in the state of Florida to hold and manage real estate. It is a trust designed specifically for the purpose of owning and protecting real property. Here are a few of the key characteristics and features of a Florida Land Trust. Let's start first with the type of trust. A Florida Land Trust is typically set up as a revocable trust. This means that the person or entity creating the trust, the grantor in this case, retains the ability to make changes, revoke, or dissolve the trust during their lifetime. In a Florida Land Trust, the grantor appoints a trustee, and the trustee will hold legal title to the real property on behalf of the trust. The trustee can be an individual, corporation, or another legal entity. The beneficiaries of the Florida Land Trust are the individuals or entities who will ultimately benefit from the trust assets. Beneficiaries can include the grantor, family members, or anyone designated by the grantor. One of the primary advantages of using a Florida Land Trust is that it can provide a degree of privacy. The trust holds the legal title on the property, and this information is often not publicly disclosed, which can be beneficial for individuals who value their privacy. Florida Land Trust can offer some level of asset protection, as the property held in the trust may be shielded from certain creditors, lawsuits, and judgments. However, the extent of this protection can vary depending on the circumstances and the legal requirements. As you would imagine, like other forms of trusts, a Florida Land Trust can help avoid probate when the grantor passes away. The trust allows for a smoother transfer of the property to the beneficiaries without the need for a court-supervised probate proceedings. The trustee that's set up in the trust is responsible for managing the property, which includes paying property taxes, insurance, handling maintenance and repairs, and other ongoing responsibilities tied to property ownership. Florida Land Trusts can be customized to meet the specific needs and goals of a grantor. This flexibility allows for a wide range of uses, including real estate investment, estate planning, asset protection. Let's talk about transferability. The ownership of the property within the trust can be easily transferred by changing the beneficiaries of the trust or through the sale of beneficial interest in the trust. Now, as you would imagine, these are legal matters, and it is highly advisable to consult with a qualified attorney who specializes in Florida land trusts to create and manage this type of trust properly. Legal guidance is essential to ensure that the trust complies with Florida laws and serves its intended purpose. That means you might want to go after a local Florida attorney. Florida Land Trust can be a useful tool for various purposes, as we've talked about, such as protecting the real estate assets, preserving privacy, and simplifying the transfer of property to loved ones. However, the specific benefits and limitations of a Florida Land Trust should be discussed with a knowledgeable attorney based on your unique circumstances and goals. So this might be something that you want to pursue and have further discussions with. But again, I advise you that you need to be discussing it with someone who is familiar with Florida state laws and specifically Florida land trusts. Not every bit of legal advice is all good advice if the person does not have direct knowledge of the matter they're talking about. And unfortunately, I have come across attorneys as well as other professionals who will always behave as though they know more. After all, they want to be a trusted advisor to you. But make sure you find out for sure if the person you're getting consult from on this matter knows and is familiar with Florida land trusts. I hope this is helpful. We're always looking for solutions to make sure that your ownership of Florida property is as fruitful as it could be.